No partiality. I'm from Agni. With me is Mario and Agni, come inside, na? No, my wife is. Yeah, yeah. Let us see who are Agni. Yeah. We are all from Agni. This is Nikhil, Anthony, Vivian, and Mario. We also, three of us, besides Anthony, also belong to another NGO which is called Mumbai Citizen Forum. And we are all fools, absolute fools, because we have got into too many of the same type of organizations doing the same kind of work, which is to induce, empower, and to get people on board to take the city forward. And you guys, as the youth, are the best option for us. Once you guys are in youth, we can take it forward. We can all sit back and relax.
I want to say something. Vivian is the driving force in Agni. She drives all of us. That's how we are driving. This has happened in BMC, this has happened so. So, our ears and eyes are open to the activities that happen around. Thank you.
So what we're going to be speaking about is just experiences. We're just going to share a couple of stories. I'm going to be speaking, I'm a tech guy, so obviously speaking about how to use tech to kind of get stuff done around. Now that 4G you have, I think so we can just put a little more tweaks to it to make it more interesting and push it out to social media. But the energy that you have and you bring to this entire circle, man, hats off to you and the entire Tourism team. This is the starting exercise. This is everybody's game. I'm feeling very happy about it. That's all. This is what we're going to share. So, we can go ahead.
I don't want to sit quietly and retire. No, I'm 70 years till I die. I want to. I can't see my city dying. That's all. I will not allow that. So that apart, I will get inspired by Lillian all the time. And Mario also. I am going to share a lot of my experience, even that half an hour or whatever time it is, and say how I pulled down DMC to get my things done, and the latest Mumbai Citizen Forum, how it has come up and what are the plans of that Citizen Forum. So I hope that will interest you people and listen me out afterwards.
I think all of you are going to be in our circle. So Agni is doing its action for good governance and networking in India. So basically our group, we've got volunteers in different wards, and each one takes whatever the local issues forward in those areas. Our key areas are voting. We believe that if governance is involved, a voter is very important. So first is registration of voters, then actually meeting your candidates, understanding what they want for the city and telling them what you want for the city. Then besides that, we also tie up with other NGOs. We have even ADR who's doing some work in this survey, and they tell you about what is happening in this political space as well as the people, how they are interacting. And they have a lot of reports that tell you who the candidate is, whether they've got a criminal record, and they draw this up for every election all the time. So what Agni does is we take their inputs and we spread the word on ground level. So people will know that if you're from so-and-so ward, specific ward, these are your candidates, this is what their financial income is. So you can even keep a track by having these records that what is the increase since the previous time, how much money they made from the previous election. So all this, if you are not an informed voter, it is impossible to make a correct decision. So we try to empower people with the knowledge of what to do and how to do. And then you can go and make an informed choice. See, every vote counts. If you don't go to vote now, we find most often election commission will put all the voting dates so close to a weekend. It will either prefix or suffix a weekend. It's never bang on in the middle in a Wednesday. So they will always do it in this manner where unfortunately somebody has said, oh, just one more day, I'll take one day, long weekend, let's go somewhere. This is our responsibility to make sure that we come out and vote, because we cannot complain after that. If we don't come out to vote, who are we to blame? The wrong person will get the majority. It's like what they say, bad politicians are voted because good people like us don't come out to vote. So this is what our intent is. We need to educate the voter. We need to get them to come out, and on voting day, it just does not end as that. On voting day, you have to make sure people come out to vote. So we are not canvassing you vote for this party or that party or this candidate. It is a question of governance. This is your duty. This is by law. This is your it is mandated that you vote. In fact, they should start having penalties for people who don't vote because that will make a big difference. So the thing is that if we on that day also we have to make sure we mobilize people. If it is seniors, anybody, where is differently able, we need to mobilize them in our own communities. We need to get people together, and this is what AGNI wants to take forward. We need people to increase. Now we did one project which was called Mummy Daddy Vote for Me. So basically, what happened in this particular format, we had posters, we had little flyers that went around on WhatsApp, and we specifically targeted schools. And we had a few videos also that were made, which showed what the infrastructure we have in Mumbai and why you need to come out and vote for good candidates who have. You must be knowing that you don't need to have an education qualification also to be a councillor. So this is where education is so important. How does somebody who has got no qualification take the city forward? And people like us who have the education are sitting back and not wanting to do anything. So we need to come out, we need to be active participants, we need to make sure that we get good governance, we need to make sure we get accountability, and in this space, AGNI is just definitely, absolutely quite a forefront runner in taking this activity forward. So if people would like to participate with AGNI's activities, we have Mario. Can you please talk about the website, and I'll go back to the next topic. Then you can tell them how to get the contact coordinators
Yeah.
to the website.
This is your account for Agni or for
AGNI.
Mumbai?
AGNI.
So Agni does.
Yeah.
So Agni does have a website, and that also it has a forum inbuilt into it where you can go and you can create, you can put in complaints and stuff like that. The website has all the coordinators. Agni also has a monthly issue called as the MMJ, which is the Mumbai Mitra. So that entire editorial covers all the ward levels, and there are articles, selected articles that are being put in over there. We do a little bit of the edits to it to kind of make it apolitical, and we put out. But all regions in Mumbai are covered in that particular small little edition. It will be good that you all guys also just read to see exactly what's happening and what, and contribute to this particular story. So if you want to contribute, there is an email, send in your stories, and those will be published. So that's specifically for Agni.
The coordinator names and
The coordinators' names and emails and contact details also on there, in case should you want to contribute to that particular message.
the other thing is now what? You've gone forward, you elected your representative, and what happens next? What can you do and how can you do? So the basic thing is our politicians only understand one thing, is numbers. So if you don't come out in numbers, most likely your area will not even get done or developed. So unless you show strength, it's never going to happen. So the best way to get strength is form ALMs locally on your own street, gather people to come forward, make a group, make an active ALM, start meeting the BMC officers, start meeting your elected representatives, decide what you want, prioritize what you want for your area. So in other spaces we are trying to do this, we're trying to get a lot more citizen participation. Basically our elected representatives do not want a voice of the public. They just want to do what they have to do, pass what they want, and it's only with people pressure that they, in the end, have to do what you want. If there's sufficient pressure, most people will tell you how many people are with you. Most politicians, they want to know how many votes are there. So they are only talking numbers. So if you want work to get done, you need to come out in numbers. So having several ALMs, like in Bangalore, we have got very active ALMs. There are some other areas like Chembur and other pockets which have got very good work. Even where Anthony is, they've got a very good housing society which is really huge, and they come out and they do everything collectively. So what happens is, if you have a particular area, you have you know that as per the DP, every area is supposed to be having a municipal market, a playground, a garden, and there are so many things in the DP that is to be included in that particular area. It has to be self-contained. The DP has lapsed on that. even though the new DP has come out, and we had actually the first time when it came out, we had this protest at Carter Road, which was dump the DP, because none of us even agreed to what they had done. It was a very bad representation of the city. So finally, this is the new DP has come out, has come as a result of the huge protest that ended up citywide, and a new DP was formed. But even in this DP, the planners, they have got good planners involved, but they have even lapsed on municipal markets. So now, how do you add this to the DP? So if you,
What's the DP?
development plan, I'm sorry, development plan. So it envisages what the city should be, and it can be changed up to 2034. The DP is there. After 2034, another new DP comes up. So basically, if we don't come out and we don't join up either locally in our own areas, start associating with NGOs, getting into bigger forums. Dumping the DP was only possible because ALMs came together in Bangalore. They came together with AGNI, and we stood on Carter Road and we had a huge protest. So without people getting together, nothing in the city will move.
Called as a My BMC Fix It, which is another part of that. Auto visit. You put this now, I'm telling you, within 1 or 2 days, they will have to fix it. Okay, so you log in as you register, log in and there's an option where you report for it. So it'll ask you to open up the location settings and so wherever you got photos, go ahead and do that. You all with me so far? Now if this doesn't work, the first one is what? Get a 1916 and get a complaint number. So once a complaint number comes in, then what you can do is, whichever account you have of Twitter, whichever you choose to use, whether your personal or a pseudo account, that what you will do is go on BMC, put the photos and say this is the complaint number that is being registered. And you can say a person has sent us this complaint number, please take care of it. All okay with you so far? You're going to tag that particular ward, you're going to tag my BMC, and you're also going to tag the Iqbal Singh till he is the BMC. If it is something to do with police, you can tag Mumbai Police. And MTP here to help is the tag for traffic. All with me so far? Yeah. So you can put your complaints even through this app as well. So it will give you, you can click the photo, put the complaint, and it will give you the status as well.
Mali, the complaint number comes on the app.
Yeah, 1916.
No, on this
Complaint number comes on the app. This automatically registers. You don't need to call up and take a look. But this, what I'm showing you right now, I'll be very happy and my job will be done if you all show another 2 more people or 1 person. It only takes 1 person. So now you all guys are the leaders of that. In this particular forum, I'm not going to give this talk because you all guys are going to give it. So when you're going in the inner circuit, what is the number I want you to share for BMC?
yeah.
And 1916 and get a
Complaint number.
After that, what we're going to do? If that doesn't get solved, then what we're going to do? We run Twitter. Now, why we do Twitter? Because BMC is on Twitter. But why we use Twitter? Get solved there. Why would they solve a Twitter problem and maybe take less time in a public forum? I really want you all to think, guys, think! Why would we put it on
Bad
Twitter?
impression if it's not done.
Okay. But we will use good life. We will be nice. Sir, reputation is risk. But why the Twitter? Why the internet? Wow. Good. Yeah.
Oh, people are retweeting
Yes,
also now.
because it is not only limited to Mumbai. Everyone is watching. Your job is get the reference number, take the complaint, get the reference number. If it's not getting resolved, and always, this is our nature. Thank when it's done. Be respectful, be thankful, always be thankful. Yeah, because one good deed will lead to another, and then people will respect you for that. And then it creates something called as what? The most important thing on Twitter right now is what? Tell me about the news channels. What do you look for in the news channels?
Credibility.
That is the reason today people are moving to more credible sources of data. Credibility. So if you remain credible, everybody will listen. If you are not going to remain credible, that's what Twitter is important. Be true to yourself and empower others. Don't do the job for them. Don't do that. He also tells everybody, yeah, you want to solve that problem, you write the letter. Even though he has drafts. But he's got drafts, but you need to know exactly how to fix it. Right? Coming back to that society problem I told you about, so I went into the society and I started talking to her, listening to the amount of problems. My head was really hurting. I said, I don't know, that's why I said don't volunteer for stuff. I have volunteered for that and listening into the, like I was sometimes in tears just to know that. And I left out that meeting and I only told the secretary and the secretary and the treasurer. The same kind of passion that they have and their aggressiveness that they have towards the society, why are they not doing it to the MLA and the corporator and the minister? All questions are asked only in the society. Why? Ask no, your guys also use society. You put up your hand no for society. Yes, I put up my hand for society. But why am I not going to do it outside? You have to ask yourself that question. I'm leaving that with your thoughts.
Just sum it up, my city, my responsibility. Nothing else. I don't think if you don't come out, you are to blame for the city. State of the city. If you don't work, nothing happens. So my city, my responsibility. That is the BMC tagline. Everything is going the same way with them. You need to take it up. You know, they actually speaking, there is a huge volume of work being done by the BMC, which has gone unrecognized because they are not allowed to publish. So they do a lot of work, but what we see is only negative. So if you get into the system, you can sometimes appreciate from where they're coming when they don't want to solve a problem.
ALMs are like small little groups that are being created and you have to register it with your BMC. The sense is that it's only specifically for segregation.
So to open and start an ALM, you need to segregate your waste, and now they've added the new thing of composting as well. So there is a format actually online which is Google also. You will get the ALM manual. Just Google ALM manual, you will get it. Just download the PDF. It is as a format as to how to apply it. Only thing that format is little older, so it does not tell you about composting. But if you just survey your entire area, produce a list of names of bridges, and show that you are doing. And when I'm talking about segregation, I'm talking about like fine segregation. Organic has to be organic. Okay, they talk about wet and dry. So don't get confused. It's not because a plastic bag is wet, it is wet waste. It is organic and inorganic. So basically, if you do this, and you can show them that the containers in your society that you have for the waste has to be marked, and the correct waste has to be in those dustbins. Because that is what they will just come and open different plastic bags. So my mom's building got fined. They were segregating waste, but there was all wet waste, but everybody's waste was tied in one plastic bag. So they got fined.
That's only video for dry waste and wet waste.
Yeah.
So even I also learned about how can we fight complaints and what are the issues we see and how can we get them solved. Basically taking action is really important. And 1916, everyone here knows 1916. So 1916 is a number where you can file a complaint. Basically, if you see any garbage or pothole around you, kind of complaint, those kind of complaints, you can file on it. आप 1916 पे कॉल करो, तो बताओ कि ये जगह पर हो, ये जगह पे ये प्रॉब्लम है, and they'll get it solved. तो वो complaint file हो जाता है. They give you 10-digit number. You have to take that from them on the call only. कि हमें वो number, मुझे वो number दो. Once you get the number, you can revert back and ask them कि ये number है मेरा complaint का, is the complaint solved or not? You can check on it. So that's the 1916 number, and there are different ways. More different I can tell you later. But Twitter and all, there are many ways to do it.
I think. So he was in the AGNI forum. So there I think what he said was that they are trying to make a bill or they are trying to work at a way where like people can give feedback, and like there can be a system of feedback between like the authorities, the government, and the citizens. That is something they are working on. So that is one thing which we share.
And they try to lecture people on how to work on it. But that's not what they were doing. Like, they actually had on experience and वही वो लोग share कर रहे थे. So that was very impressive. So I actually looked up to them how they have been able to with these people and actually create a forum जहाँ पे people come and discuss. अमेरिका जहाँ पे भी active है, अमेरिका बहुत ज़्यादा नाम है. फिर बहुत में उनको जानते हैं. It was very for me to see how you can mobilize people in their own words from ahead and take action. And also about how as a voter it's almost a duty that you come forward and make sure that people around you are also ask your friends, also ask your society and also that you feel that also